Good afternoon, ladies, and welcome to Art for the Ageless. Your instructor is Francesca Schomberg-Solano, and today we are going to do printmaking. We have never done this before in this class. It's a very exciting experience, and I want to walk you through it. The first thing that we will be discussing are your tools, and then the process by which we reproduce the image. Look on your table now, and we're going to go through the tools. You will find that each one of you has what we call a foam sheet. This is the printing plate, okay? And you have 3 of these. We're going to be working on this one today, and if we get through the printing process, then these 2 you will be doing on your own. You will find you have what we call a brayer. The brayer, and you can roll it to see how soft it is. When we press, we do not press like this. It's more or less of a bang, bang, bang like that. I'll do it on the table for you. 1, 2, 3. And when we press, we go from the center to the sides, okay? Okay, so that's your brayer. Let's see what else we have. You'll find that you have a bowl with water and sponge. This is for cleaning the colors off the printing plate. And there is also a paper towel. We're going to be doing a design that will require tools like a ruler, which you see on your desk, and a ballpoint pen. All right, let's get more into it. You actually have a press on your table. It's not a professional printing press, it's just a very simple one, but it has the components of a regular press, such as a blanket. So let us look at this now. We examine it. The top layer, the blanket, is to add the pressure. And the soft side is always put down, and you can see that the other side is slick. The next layer is the newsprint paper. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I should start from the bottom and go up. Okay, blanket, the newsprint. The newsprint is placed so that any color from the plate is absorbed and does not ruin your blanket. After that, your printing plate. On top of the printing plate, of course, is the print paper. I'm not going to put that out because the print paper is in the large plastic bag. And as you can see, it is sealed. It is damp paper. It's the only way that the magic markers colors will bleed into the paper. The paper has to be damp. After the print paper, we have another blanket. All right, and then of course, what we do is take this brayer, and you can feel the print plate under it. And at some points, because we are sharing the brayer, we're going to take our hands and press out like this with the palms. So if you want to pretend, take a plate, take one of the plates, put it in the center on top of the newsprint. We're not putting the paper down, as I said, because it's wet. And then on top, and we are pressing. Another method used is to rub it with your fingers so that the heat from your hand goes on. So we're just pretending right now. Another thing that we do is take away the top blanket and simply press in. Well, I'll show you that in detail in a minute. All right. So hands and brayer, the damp paper is coming, the foam sheet we talked about, the washable markers. Each one of you has to share a set of markers. There's quite a few markers in there. You are going to make choices, and I would say about 4 colors. And be careful with the markers because, again, you need to cap them as you go. You need to distribute the color, such as if you put a red up top, you need to have a red second time, kind of balance out your colors. A stylus. You'll find a ballpoint pen, and I use that as a stylus. I find that it will not cut through the foam and gives a nice groove. Next. We're going to start our process by doing a very simple design. I see this. And the design is going to be done on the square piece of foam. So let's pick this up right now, and the ruler, and we're becoming draftsmen. Take your ruler and measure it. It should measure 4 inches square. Check it out. The way we do this is we're going to divide this in half. In other words, take your ballpoint pen. You're going to measure 2 inches and strike it in the center. Okay, I'm going to do that at the same time with you. 4 inches, strike it at 2. Oh, thank you for, I think these are brand new pens, so you may have to fuss with them a little bit. Okay, turn it, place your ruler, strike it 2. Turn your square, do it again, strike it 2. And again, if that pen is not working, it's because it's brand new and you need to run the wax off of the tip. And 2. The next step is easy. You are simply going to join the points as you see in the first example. Now when you're joining the points, sometimes I like to let the ruler go over a little bit. Now when you do this, again, you can do it harder. Don't be deterred, it will not break through. Do it heavy and do it dark and do it deep. second line. I think if you hold your pen at an angle, at a diagonal, instead of straight up and down, it'll be much better. And I'm pressing down. So I'm going to turn this over and show you. It did not break through. These foam sheets are very good, of excellent quality. And if you want to know where we got them from, I invite you to call Sean Hidalgo, and he will let you know exactly the name of the manufacturer and where you can obtain these sheets. Thank you, Sean. Okay. Whee. All right, now every one of you should have a square that looks like this. How are we doing? Okay, so now we're going to take our ruler, we're going to place it on the line and say, I wonder how many inches this is. Oh, it looks like almost 3. So what I do is kind of balance it off a little bit because I'm looking for 1.5. So I'm going to strike it off at 1.5. Strike it off at 1.5. I'm going to do that 4 times. And like I said, well, that's not exactly 3. Well, so stagger it a little bit. Don't get so fussy. Okay, we're staggering it. One and a half. Half of 3 is 1.5. And my last turn, I hope all your ballpoint pens are activated and working now. That was kind of aggravating. All right, now we're going to do one more time, joining the dots. And you can bear down as hard as you want. It's good to bear down also. I have decided not to get fussy. If you get fussy and do a lot of really tiny work, your colors are going to blend over, they're going to get smudged, and you're going to be very unhappy. So we're keeping it simple for our first example. I don't like this mess. Almost done. Almost there. And I am putting pressure down. All right. So I'm at this point. Now, if you want to go one step further, remember you are getting just a tiny bit fussier. Let's see where I have to go with that. It looks to me like it's almost a perfect 2. So I know that half of that is struck off at 1 inch. So we're striking it off at 1, doing it one more time to complete our design. And the fun's going to start soon. Just give it another minute. Now, this is a very good project for your children, your grandchildren, to do with you, because it has numerous possibilities, because these foam sheets can be washed off. That's why we have the sponge in the water. And you can do it again and again and again and again. Kind of like an Andy Warhol thing where you take the same image and you just produce it several times in different colors. That's the fun of printing. I'm almost ready to color. Done. Please show me if you have reached this point. Good. Thank you. Ready, ready, ready. Good. Great. Maya. Mommy. Okay. Now we have to think, okay, what colors are we going to use? Let's see some examples of what we could do. Now, when I talk about choosing, okay, that's one color, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for right now, pick 4 colors that you really like. So take the bag, open it up, and look at the colors, because I need to warn you. If it looks dark, believe me, it's dark, okay? So we're sharing these. There's plenty for both people at the tables. Choose yourself, remembering your complementary colors. Choose yourself a nice, bright, warm color, perhaps an orange or a pink. Choose your second color, another warm color. And your third color, let's say, or your fourth should be cool, so warm and cool. So you either have 2 warm and 2 cool, or 3 warm, 1 cool, or 3 cool and 1 warm. But you need to have a little bit of both. All right, here's one. Let's see, let's count. Warm colors, 1, 2, 2. Okay, let's count the cool colors. 1, 2. Okay, 2 and 2. Now this kind of a design was different, where I had too many shapes, so I threw in the gray. But then I had to balance it, and so added here freehand gray and did a little fuzzy funny thing. I like this one because it was overlapping, but we'll get into that when we get to the small ones. I'll just give you an example of the one that you're going to be doing. It's this one. This color was dull. Be careful of the light pastel colors. You don't want something dull. You like something nice and bright, like a purple or an orange. All right, raise your hand if you've chosen your colors. Okay, good. All right, let's get into it then. Foolish me, I haven't even chosen mine. Right? Oh, good. I could just see these flying on the floor. All right, I'm going to pick my favorites. All right, I'm going to pick a pink and a dark blue. Another thing, when you lay your colors down, try to lay your light colors down first, because there's going to be some bleed over, and you just don't want that. Okay, that one is nice. That one's dull. Maybe this one. Ugh. No, I don't want that one. Okay, now we're getting fussy and crazy. Okay, I'm going to take a chance with these colors. I'm not exactly crazy about them. And put this back in the bag before I find them all over the floor. You'll also find you have a stick with a little point on it. Why? Because as you are coloring, you're going to want to touch what you're doing. And if you do, you're going to leave these little cat claw marks in it, which you don't want. So as you turn it, the best thing to do is to take this little stick and place it on the lines, and it will hold the piece down. Okay, let's begin, and let's just think about, if you're going to have a color here, they really shouldn't be all different colors. Try to keep a balance of, let's say if you have orange here and here, maybe you want to have a different color here and here. You know, try to balance them off. Okay, I trust you with this? Yes, good. Okay, let's go. What do I want? Okay, I think I'm going to try this one in the center. Oh, another thing. When you go to do it along the line, tip it carefully and try not to touch that line. It's like coloring when you were a kid, where you went on the lines, because then when you finish that, you could go ahead and fill in the rest. Now, if I'm doing that there, then maybe I want to think about doing it there also. All right, what's good next to that? Okay, I don't know. I think I'd like this to go here. Again, watch it. If you are getting too close, just try to avoid it altogether. Leave a little white space if you need to. It's okay. Bless you. Now you say, well, gee, if we don't do this fast enough, do you think it's going to dry out? No. This particular kind of a foam sheet is absolutely amazing. It will retain your color without drying out. And when you put that damp paper on it, it should absorb about 50%. Okay, I decided I would get a little bit crazy and maybe put the pink over here. I am going to throw caution to the wind and just do it like this. So I hope you all are with me. And Sean, if there's any, any point at which you feel, that you want to do some close-ups, just go ahead and do them. I don't know if this is a good point right now, but, there will be a time when we're going to be knocking these out. All right, so that part is done. All right, let's see what else I want to do. I've got this really dark blue. I don't know if I want to smack it all over here. I just don't know. I'm almost afraid to, but I'm going to give it a try. It was a kind of dark. Again, be careful of that edge. If I do it over there, and I've got to do it over here, I've got to balance it. These little markers are called pipettes, and they give me just enough to accomplish my purposes and to do fine work, because they're all fine tipped. Okay. Oh, what else do I want? Oh, I want something yellow. I want something yellower. Let's see what this one is going to do. Okay, this is giving me a weird orange, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, I went and made the mistake of sticking my nails down. I didn't follow my own advice. As you can see, what's happening now, I have so much color down that I'm starting to do little kitty scratches. That's what I call them. Almost done, one more. How are we doing so far? Very focused, very concentrated. Okay, almost ready. Okay, one more to go. Be sure to cap those markers. Oh, I want something for my last color. I don't know what. Oh, I'm going to get a chance. This kind of looks like a brown to me. So I think I'm going to get crazy and put this brown down. Maybe. Be careful of those little corners. I'm beginning to think to myself, gee, I really don't like that center. I really should have done something else. And I think that I like that orange, And I think that I could get that into the center without losing anything. All right, let me do that. Again, I have to say, although I know it's not going to dry up on me, time is still of the essence. I'm going to put the orange over this color to brighten it up a bit. Yep, that's a little bit better. I like that a little bit better. Okay, one more color. I guess I'm going to have to go with the brown. And I went and messed up over here. So when you have a mess up, what you do, hold it down and go over it, and you will find that you might be able to get it out. All right, last color. At this point, I'm thinking ahead. I've got to get that printing blanket out, and I've got to follow the procedures. Up, went over just a little bit because I'm rushing. All right, that's it. As soon as you complete it, get rid of all these markers. Push it to one side. And I'm getting out my printing press. Okay. I'm going to go back to the printing press. Here I go. Blanket first. Newsprint next. Plate. Okay, very carefully take your plate, put it in the center. The next thing is the print paper. So from the bag, you are taking out the top sheet. Take it out one at a time. You can leave the top open. Take it and carefully place it over the plate as straight as you can and down. As soon as you do that, just take the palm of your hand and press it on one end, then lift it, press the other. Do not do any rubbing whatsoever. This is a pressing thing. What you're trying to do is to get the image of the plate. Okay, and holding it down, going to take the other end of the other blanket. This is the soft part, and you're going to place it down, press it, release, and hold. Okay, and this is where you can do the rubbing, because at this point, and you rub it with your fingers, press it with your palm, this is the point where you're trying to transfer the color onto the paper. Then, when you have a chance, holding it down so it doesn't move and cause a double image, you take the brayer and going from the center to the outside edges, pressing. If you need to get up out of your chair to do this, do so to make the maximum amount of pressure. Remember, whenever you take your hand to do something, the other hand has to press. Don't release both hands because everything will move. All right, now if you want to do any of that heat transfer, take the very tips of your fingers and you can feel that plate. How many are at that point? Good, very good. pressing as hard as you can, or almost to the point that we call the big reveal, okay? I'm taking the top blanket off. Again, I'm trying to keep that paper from moving. Don't do any rubbing like this, pressing only. At this point, you will see some of the color coming through. That's good. The more color you see coming through, the more you know you're getting it onto your print paper. Okay, now the moment of the big reveal. Fingers crossed. Here we go. And I would say almost a perfect print. We have any big reveals? Okay, Sean is going to walk around. He wants to see you in the very different stages that you're going through. The use of the brayer, the use of your fingers. Good. She has both. She has one hand down. Hold that plate firmly. Once you have your first print, you have become a printer. Then you need to lay it on a flat surface so that it can dry pretty flat. It dries pretty quick, not too much of a problem at that end. Oh, that's great, Denise. Beautiful. Yay, Denise. Yay. Woohoo, Denise. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's what I love about these foam sheets. They absorb better than the styrofoam plates that I used to use. Much better. No problem. Okay. Somebody's laughing. What happened? Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Pat. Very nice. Did we see Lisa's? We did. Oh, we did. Okay. Good. Okay. Wow.
What kind of paper is this again?
Oh, it's just your regular sulfite 80 pound that we do for drawing paper. Just regular. What happens is I use a special method for dampening the paper. In other words, you take one sheet of paper, you run it through the faucet and lay it down wet. The second sheet is laid down dry. Third is wet. Fourth is dry, and so on and so on. And the last sheet should be laid down wet. Then you put it in the plastic bag, seal it up, and put it in your refrigerator overnight. That's it. Boom. You've got to.
I forgot to do my corners.
Oh. Okay, now, you have a decision to make, Pat. Pat said she forgot to do parts of her corners. So what she can do is make a second print, and in the second print, either use the same colors or similar colors. But since we're at about 9 after 3, I'm going to show you how to wash this plate off. You're going to take this home anyway, and we're going to go on to the smaller plates. So did we get everybody? All right, you see at your table right now, your bowl of water, the towel. Okay, so take your sponge fully wet, hold it, and wash it. Just wash it as though you're washing your dishes. Oh, some of you don't wash your dishes. Don't tell me that. Oh, I know. You put them in the washing machine. I always wash my dishes before I put them in the washing machine. I'm one of those people. That's because you leave your dishes in the sink for a week. Shh, don't tell them that. So you see how that's coming out? Also, you're having a nice little finger bowl bath for yourself. Okay. Oh, look. I can use it again. Yes, you can. And then just take your towel. Boom. There you go. There you go. Clean as new. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do something all on our own. No rulers. We're going to carry on all by ourselves. You have a little one. You have a little foam sheet. And you have, I think, a medium-sized sheet. Yeah. Okay. So take one of them now and decide on a design for yourself. What kind of design would you like? And again, I'm going to show you the different designs that I went into. Hold on a sec. Now, this part is fun for kids because you can either choose a design, make up your own design, or do a picture that you like. A monkey, a bird, a fish. Fish would be nice. But don't get bogged down in details. Why? All right, if you get bogged down in details, like this is a little one, it got very picky, and so it started to get smudged. Don't pick something that's going to get smudged. Pick something big, like you could do triangles. I know Tuong likes triangles, I know that. So like this is a simple triangle scene, kind of like teardrops, ovals, overlapping, okay? So pick one, pick your small one or your big foam sheet and draw a design, like right now. Okay.
Do we use our pen to draw the design?
Yes, yes, and don't forget, once you could have a choice. If you want to, let's say, you wanted to have a circle, and then you put down the circle, and you said, oh, I don't want that, I want something else, then don't press in, okay? Because just doing this doesn't make any difference at all. But when you do this, then you've made an impression. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah, we're going back and forth. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't make any difference if you slide across the surface like you're skating on ice. What makes the difference is when you dig in, because that's your defining line. All right, so let's dig in, and I'm just going to dig in, and let's see. I said I was going to, I think I'd like to do a fish. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but if I do a fish, it's certainly not going to be a fancy one, and I'm going to dig in. All right, what does a fish look like? Oh, God. I'm not going to define the entire fish. I'm just going to define pieces of it so that nobody knows what I'm doing. And even doing that circle, I just might be causing myself a lot of trouble. Let's see. But I know I can get away with it. Oh God, now it looks like a bird. I should have stuck with my designs. All right. Another thing that you could do, try it anyway, is making lines like that. I don't know, see what you can get away with. I think I just got too fancy. I think I just cursed myself. Ugh. But I know one thing, that when I finish, yeah, I know it's a bird, so hold it the other way. I love to do this, I don't like that. Okay, does it look better that way? No, it doesn't, so anyway, do what you want. I can always go in with my magic marker afterwards and do something. So anyway, that's my, kids. Okay, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do something else. I still want to do it. Oh, I meant to show you my plates. All right. Shall I do close-ups on these? All right, this is the triangle. I'll do one by one. This is the concentric sort of ovals. This was the fancy one that I got too much done, too much. I like doing this one because it was simple. I love doing buildings and things like that. Rectangles and squares. The teardrop, that was an easy one to do. Try to pick an easy design, don't get fussy. Squares, rectangles, you know, overlapping the little squares. This one was a little fancy, but let's see, where did that one go? I like doing that one because this is that one. I used black. I wanted to see what would happen. Am I looking at this the right way? Yeah. As you can see, say, well, that doesn't look like that one. Of course not. You go like this, and you get the mirror image. Can you see that? It's a mirror image, right? Okay. Okay, how are we doing? Are we getting a simple design? All right. Like I said, I don't want to do that one. So I'm going to do something simple. Oh, by the way, if you want to get very geometric, use your ruler. Use your ruler. It's okay. Okay, I'm just going to use my ruler. I'm going to make my little triangles again. Maybe I'll actually do a triangle. And again, hold that pen diagonally. Press in. I'm not going to cut anything. I think I'll make one within one. Get in there. So yeah, make use of the ruler. That's fine. All right, so just very quickly make another one and color it in. You know the procedure by now. At this point, since you already know the process, you can do this as many times as you want. And I'm going to leave the image of the process up here so you don't get mixed up as far as what goes on top of what. Okay, so that you know that you've got your blanket, your print paper, your plate, newsprint, and blanket. Okay. All right, so go ahead, make another one, and experiment with the colors. Do whatever you want. I hate that color. So if you hate the color, just, they mix in. Just let it mix in with something else. I think I might hate that too. I'm not too sure. If I do my light colors, I can afford to be a little careless because I know my dark ones will cover it up. So if I put that color there, then I have to choose to put the same color someplace else. Balance, okay, balance. Decide I'm going to do it a third time. Getting a little crazy. There we go. All right, now I know. Try a green this time. I know that green and red are complementary, so I know they're going to vibrate. So I'm glad with that. Forgot to use my little stick, so I'm getting my little kitty scratches. Don't forget to use your stick, because you're going to find out your nails are going to start to make an impression on what you're doing. Okay, so I got the green there. I know I have to put it over here. Be careful you don't get your colors and back them into a corner where they're right next to each other. Just get another color from your bag. Try to get away with it. Okay. I can tell by the quiet in the room that we are all extremely focused, which is fantastic. Because that's the real meaning of just sitting and doing art. It's just getting focused, getting involved. Okay, making choices. I don't know what I want for the last one, but I feel as though I want something spectacular, and I'm not going to get it. Well, I'm going to take a chance. Odd color out. Why do I say that? It's because I'm going to get stuck with using a color that I'm not going to be able to repeat because I have not made enough spaces. How can I get away with that? Well, I can do one sneaky thing. I can create another space. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep this orange. And I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to strike another line here so that I have room to put my orange over here. So I just cheated. All right. But I stuck myself because now I can't put orange there. I can't put purple because purple's there. I can't put green. So what am I going to do? You guessed it. I'm going to try a different color. I have to. I just stuck myself. All right, so it's going to be blue. And that's all right. Yeah.
Are those felt tips?
Yeah, regular washable markers by Crayola. Felt tip markers.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to balance it out more, I could go over the purple with the blue. That's perfectly acceptable because this is my game. My game, my print, my rules. I'm almost ready for that second print. It gets very exciting. Okay, maybe this one will turn out. Back go the markers as quick as I can. Now, if you find that your print had places that were too dry, then I definitely would suggest that you go over them one more time, okay? So that you get more color, more transfer. Okay, I've got my blanket, I've got my newsprint, I've got the plate, print paper. Where's my bag? Okay, print paper. Here we go. I get all excited at this point. Victory is in store. Try to place it. There I go. There goes the last blanket. And I'm going to start pushing down. Take my fingers and press. Take that brayer. Press, press. smack it down. Good. You can get crazy doing this. You want to do it for hours and hours. Just, okay. Get that heat in there. Yeah, because you can't do this rubbing bare on the paper. That paper will just tear to pieces. Okay, I'm at the point where I'm going to press down with my finger and try to absorb as much as possible. I can see it coming through. I can see it coming through. I love it when you see it coming through, then you know it's transferring. You could even take your brayer at this point right on top of it like that, but hold it down so it does not move. Press it, press it. Okay, it's big reveal time. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I can say, okay, the color's transferred, but I don't like them. Okay. Do I have to like my own work? No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. So I got a good transfer, except that I think the dark green next to the orange, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. But I got a good transfer. I noticed I got some splotches. Okay. Which will happen. How many are at the stage ready for the big reveal? Yeah, we're still coloring. You just have to experiment and see what happens. Okay. So if I chose colors that I don't like, then I'm going to wash the plate off, and the next time around, I'm just going to try something else, that's all. Okay, I'm going to wash this off. And while I am, I think that I would like to walk around the last couple of minutes and see what everybody is up to and see how they're doing, see if I can help a little bit. And that water is going to go directly into the sink, that's for sure. Okay, Sean, I'm going to go around just to see what people are doing.
I'm here.
Okay, yes, here we go. We're looking at Denise and Lisa now. And Lisa's doing a good press job. So is Denise. Good. Yeah, hold that down. You don't want anything to move. And get some heat. Now get those fingers in there and press. Press, press, press. No rubbing, just press. All right, pressing. Good. A bit more with the fingertips. Pressure. Pressure is what transfers that color. Okay, we're going to have a reveal. Okay. Oh, Lisa, oh, wonderful. It's a fish. It's a fish. She had a fish. Great, wonderful fish. We have another reveal over here, Denise.
Try it, see what happens. Hope I pressed it enough.
Oh, how pretty. Oh, beautiful, delicate colors. Oh, this is wonderful.
Good job.
Yeah. Look, Denise and Lisa had really good reveals. Let's take a look at working so hard over here. Is that Pat? Pat working. She's almost near a reveal. Oh. Take it easy. Wow, nice bright colors. Hold it so Sean could see. She's beautiful.
I see now, you have to get all the color in.
Well, you did a very good job. The first time, how many, this is the first time doing it?
Yeah, but I like this better than that.
Well, that's because it's more, it's defined. Now, if you really wanted to have a similar thing, you just either use your ballpoint pen or the black marker and just define it more. Yeah. All right. Do we have any reveals over here on a second try?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Twang, my goodness. That is so gorgeous. And it has definition, it has variety. I like the way she combined the two greens, the dark green and the light green. Thank you, Twang. So, what about our young lady, Maya?
I just want to show it.
No.
Oh, you're getting shy? Are you getting shy on me?
I just don't want to show it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Would you show it if I made a monkey face? Huh? I mean, a really stupid monkey face, but then would you show it? No? Oh, good, that saves me my face. All right. All right. You know what? We got 1 minute to go, so does anybody want to shout out to anybody? Anybody want to shout out to family or friends? Anybody? No, no. What? From the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, Lorraine, the UK, I hope you're doing this with us. I really hope that you got some foam sheets. If not, get some and have some fun. Want to shout out to my brother Louis from West Virginia again. Woo-hoo. Thank you for the money for some of the supplies. And a special shout out to my grandson, Ryan Schomberg from Virginia, who is having his 33rd birthday, June 19th, this coming Monday. Love you, sweetheart. Love you. Love you all. Thank you for coming. Come next time. We're going to be using oil pastels and doing some still life with objects and learning shading. And don't forget to review the last lessons. Okay, and if you weren't here last week, we still have some foil figures over there to take home and practice. All right. Okay, thank you very much for coming. And thank you, Sean and Sarah at the camera booth. And some really nice close-ups. I'm going to look forward to seeing this video at home myself. Thank you. Okay.